Taurus, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early August 2022. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you beautiful people out there. So let's get it going immediately, get right down to business, and start you with an oracle card, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's up for the lovely Taurus collective. I hope you're all doing fantastic, my friends. But my guides, talk to me. What do we got for Taurus, please? And yes, we're just going to take a quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always very interesting. But let's get it going here. What do we got for the Taurus collective? Please and thank you. Quick. Okay, so strategy might be a big thing. And I would say out of this deck, this one is absolutely the most symbolically dense to me, this first card. So this could mean a lot of different things. We'll talk about it though. Before we do though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the August subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you're active on social media, my handle on all platforms is @KyleofCups, so please feel free to hit me up on social media. Into the reading we go though, everything except Facebook. This card, enough of all the plugs. You see this lovely lady here. She's under that blanket. There's a cage. There's a butterfly out. Butterflies in the cage. There's a cat, a chessboard. So you see what I mean? There's so many different things going on. So in this time, hey, maybe there's a lot on your plate. Maybe your energy is getting dragged in a lot of different directions. A big undertone to this card is strategy because of the chessboard. That's always the first thing that pops out. Also the cage. So whether it's a thirsting or wanting for some sort of freedom, that could be a big mode right now. But when we have this chessboard, I think of strategy, planning. So whether you have a future focus and you're trying to plan something out, get very meticulous about it, or a spirit could be asking you to make a plan. If there's something you want to do, something you want to accomplish, strategy, enacting it and putting it into motion could be very important. So there's a lot of themes and archetypes. Like I said, you know, there might just be a lot on your plate in this time, but let's get into tarot. As I always say, this first card doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote for us to look at. But let's get these first three cards out here for you before we get the juicy stuff. My guides, talk to me. What do we got for Taurus here? Early August. So, last week's reading was titled An Emotional Warning, and I do believe that's a theme I've been seeing for a lot of earth signs recently, is either that of emotions changing or emotions being volatile. Lots of ups and downs, so hopefully you haven't been going through a rough time. Okay, even if you have, you know energy is always fluid, always changing. We're just looking at a snapshot here, so only take it how it hits for you. Nothing's set in stone. Okay, let's get these first three cards out in the upright, please. And as I always say, other people could be showing up here in this spread as well. It doesn't just have to be you. Okay, so we do have the Sun. This could be a very valuable card in this reading, especially with the season we're in. Okay, because we are in Leo season. Best card in the tarot deck, but we'll see what's up. All right, we do have the Death card as well. Don't be nervous about that if you're new to tarot. That's just more about transformation and change. Let's get one more. Oh, quick. Thank you. Hey, we got our good friend, the King of Cups, aka Kyle of Cups, with a goatee in this rendition. So we have an interesting spread here, okay? And we could still be talking about the realm of emotion. It's all good. We're going to go through each one, and I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, and we'll get into the juicy, intuitive stuff. So there could be a lot on our plate this week. I'm used to that with Taurus readings. I love reading for you guys. It's always very layered. But position number one, we have the Sun. Like I said, this is generally the most positive card in the tarot deck, right? Very illuminated. Now, in my simple style of reading, since we are in Leo season, this could be, when we clarify it, this could be talking about a theme that we're going to see in Leo season for the Taurus collective. Now, for some of you, we could just take this card at face value. If you're not connected to Leo, this is that beautiful light, life, and love that shines down on us from source, right? It's illuminating. It's very, very positive and good. It's truth, it's abundance, it's blessings. So I really want to clarify this card. Now, for some of you, when the Sun shows up, it could speak about eureka moments, revelations, things being made known, anything that might be in the shadows coming to light. So we have a lot of things, especially since it's next to a card like the Death card. Now, once again, that's nothing to be nervous about, especially if you're new to the whole tarot world. But this card could represent the zodiac sign of Scorpio, okay? And it is not like physical death. It's about the cycles of life, more about transformation and change and shift. This is one of my cards of karma, which is a theme I've been seeing for you in recent weeks as well. Karmic themes, it's showing up here. But when we see this card, we think of somebody or something remaking itself, a phoenix rising from the ashes. So there's a lot of archetypes in this card that we're really going to want to take a look at. Now, moving to the very back end, we got our favorite king. We got the King of Cups himself, aka Kyle of Cups, sitting in this throne, having a drink. Awesome facial hair. So when we see this card, once again, it could represent water signs, so Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. And all kings represent control of their respective suit. So when we see this, we think of one with emotional control. Now, other themes we could think of: creativity, imaginative, loving and caring. The King of Cups can also represent romance and romantic situations, whether someone loving you or you loving someone else. So once again, tons of themes, but it could be about emotional control, all right? Getting a grip of one's emotions and feelings. So we have a lot to look at here, Taurus. So let's dive deeper in all of it. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for my Taurus friends. My guides, talk to me. What do we got for Taurus this week? And yes, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, as I'm sure you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. We're going to go in on this Sun card. And also, if you read cards yourself, I always offer you to play along. That's why this box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Taurus, you can just drop it down below. I don't mind at all. So what's up with this Sun here? What is up with this Sun? Thank you. We have the Strength card. So if you are connected to Leo, they're showing up double here with the Sun and the Strength card. Wow. They're like front and center, taking all the attention right now. Now, if you're not linked to Leo, I will say this: since these cards of Leo are here, you might be under somebody's microscope. Okay, and I'm not saying that to be ominous or nervous or scary, but someone may be watching your moves in some kind of way, all right? Like whether it's a work thing, like a manager watching your performance, whether it's people on social media watching what you do. That's what I'm catching here. Now, another thing we could think of is that there could be very big events and situations popping off in Leo season for you, because it's getting emphasized double here. Okay, so I would expect important situations popping up, and that doesn't always mean bad. When I say these words, they're not always like harbingers of bad things to come. Important things can happen that are very good. But I do feel like a main portion of you, if you're not linked to Leo, you could be under somebody's microscope, or you could be analyzing somebody else. But we're going to see what's up. We'll see how the rest of this plays out, especially in regards to certain situations and issues. Let's go in on the Death card. I don't want to speak that into the ground, okay? Strength is that card of perseverance as well, so I want to give that other message. This front end is just speaking to me. The Sun with the Strength card is that of something paying off, overcoming something, triumphing, so it's beautiful. You might be getting over something rough. So we're going to see how the rest of it plays out, see which one's linking the most, because I know I just gave you like 3 or 4 different messages. We'll talk about it more in the recap. It's just making me feel a lot of things. I know it seems simple on its face. And I want to point this out too. 3 of the 4 cards out, well, 3 of the 5 cards now are major arcana. We have the 4 of Cups underneath the Death card. Okay, yeah, this is someone planning on making a big move of some sort. All right, this is somebody, yeah, the strategy that I was seeing in the very front end. Like you might have some big plans in store, or you might be ramping up, really analyzing and wanting to get something going. Whether it is a change of work, a change of living situation, change of relationship status, whatever it might be, I feel this is someone planning to make some sort of big action or move. So I would expect that in this time. Big change, huge change with the Death card and the 4 of Cups. It's not being enacted just yet, but this person, whoever this is, has something in the works for sure. Okay, with the Death card in the upright, the 4 of Cups in the upright, like this is someone that's like locking down that plan of action, that plan of pursuit, that plan of motion. So we're going to see what's up with that King of Cups. All right, because, I mean, of course, we could think of other things as well. Hopefully this isn't somebody that's thinking about macabre topics. I mean, I don't want to pull any sub-messages in. We'll just leave it as it is. But what's going on with this King of Cups? Just know that the coming days and weeks, like strategy, thinking, planning, putting something into motion is big. So why is this King of Cups here? Then we'll do a quick recap before we get into the shadow card. Talk to me about the King of Cups. Thank you. Yeah, emotionally conflicted. So like I said, some of you either triumphing or dealing with uncomfortable situations, uncomfortable issues with the Five of Wands underneath this King of Cups. Okay, now for some of you, yeah, this could be some romantic ups and downs. Obviously not every single Taurus out there. But the Five of Wands to me sometimes could be playful and nice, but it's feeling very combative, very conflicted right here. So with this King of Cups, like I said, the emotions could still be volatile, up and down, conflicted emotions. A lot of you could be dealing with some tricky issues or some sticky situations could pop up. Like I said, important issues or situations. That's just what I'm feeling here, okay? You might need to ask for guidance from somebody as well. I just want to say that with the King of Cups and this Five of Wands, you don't have to figure everything out on your own. Sometimes if you need assistance, whether it's for good purposes or dealing with things you're going through right now, it's okay to get a second opinion, okay? Because we could see the kings as mentors as well. So Taurus, I've been getting like multiple message for each alignment here. Let's go through and do a recap because like I said, there's various things going on. Now, if you kindly look in the box before we get into the shadow card. Position number 1, we have the sun, we have strength in the upright. Big signals of Leo. At this time, we are in Leo season. So if you're not connected to Leo, like I said, there could be certain like important situations that pop up in this time frame. Okay, in the coming days and weeks, it's double dosed here. But I was also getting the vibe of you being under somebody's microscope, someone watching your moves, whether through work, social media, family, whatever it might be. You might have somebody's attention. Another vibe that I was catching up towards the end is that of overcoming and triumphing. So if you've been going through a trying time, Spirit's been throwing test after test, you might overcome something, which is good. But moving to the center, we have the Death card with the Four of Cups in the upright. To me, the main message that I'm going to stick to, I'll keep it simplistic, is somebody like planning their approach, planning their next move. Like this is somebody ramping up to do something, some sort of big action, take a big move, big leap. And this strategy, like this is somebody in the strategizing point, okay? Just like we were seeing in the very beginning here from the spread. Now moving to the back end, we have the King of Cups with the Five of Wands. So I said conflicted emotions. Some of you might be going through trying, rough situations and issues could be popping up here that you're dealing with. And I did say don't feel bad to ask about a second opinion or look for someone to help you navigate any issues that you might be going through, because there might be tricky situations and volatile emotions. So please take a screenshot of that. For some of you, it could be in regards to romance, but we're going to get you one shadow card here. And I will say this, like the overcoming in the beginning, this doesn't just have to be or like whatever you're going through in sequence, in order. Okay, the fact that we have the sun and the strength card together could be a very good thing. Okay, so let's get one shadow card here, whether it's a shadow that's been around for a while, something new. We're just going to see what's up. It might just be something that Spirit wants you to take a look at, but what's in the shadows for Taurus? In the shadows for Taurus. We're using the Shadowland Tarot. Okay, we do have our second karmic card again. So a lot of you could be going through karmic lessons and cycles like we've been seeing in past weeks. Now, the Seven of Pentacles is usually a card of patience, reaping what you sow. So once again, aside from the whole karmic things, you might be a little impatient with something. Okay, something that you were going through could be trying your nerves. Now, I do know Tauruses can be very patient individuals, all right? They don't like to be rushed. They don't like when people try to rush them. They like to let things elapse and move accordingly. I know my Mars is in Taurus. Okay, that's definitely my mode. But the Seven of Pentacles, the darker side of this when we flip it in reverse, is somebody that is anxious, somebody that is like not wanting to wait, wanting to get something over with, rush, 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 rush. So if we're not talking about karmic cycles and karmic lessons that you're going through right now for a spiritual and definite purpose, this is Spirit trying to tell you like, hey, don't be too impatient about how things are elapsing. Like, yeah, things might feel a little bogged down right now. Divine timing is something that you need to keep in mind. So, Taurus, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the August subscriber surprise. For the August subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Tarot of Dreams. It's one of my favorites. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments which tarot suit you think is the most positive, whether it's Cups, Pentacles, Swords, Wands. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, I'll announce the winners in my community tab. As usual, my friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.